Um, Hi everyone. Looks a little quiet today, but that's we have those days. Um, the I've had several people come on and drop off today, so there might be some sort of a bad connection going on in the African market today. But as usually what happens, more and more people come on, uh, and we'll just keep on going. So at any rate, I want to welcome you all to the call, and uh, again, my name is Dale Franklin. I'm a 50K affiliate with My Daily Choice. Been in the industry for now for about 15 years. Been with MDC for the last 4 years. We have I've never jumped ship from one network marketing company to another. The company I was with got assimilated by My Daily Choice, so I came along for the ride, and boy, am I glad I did. So let me just get a couple more people on here that are trying to get in. So if you haven't got pen and paper, please get them so you can write things down if you need to. For those that are on here, most of you know, but the format for this is the first part of it's the same each week, okay? And it's so important for you to get your team on here because once you enroll people as an affiliate, they need to know that they're in something where they're going to be taken care of. We've all been there. We've all been joined something, and then the next morning woke up and going, "Oh God, what did I do? Where do I go from now? I don't know anything about this." So you've got to make people comfortable, and the best way to make them comfortable to begin with, I think, is to get them on a call like this, where we can talk about where they can find the information they need, where they can find the support they need, and again, that's the important thing. It's just making everybody feel at home. So, so the first part of every meeting like this is a time for me to tell you what this is for and to give you your new people some connection. So again, my name is Dale Franklin. We do this because we're trying to create a family atmosphere. We're trying to create some camaraderie, some feeling that, okay, if I don't know what I'm doing or if I have problems, I have someplace I can reach out. So again, we want to keep the communication open, and we want you to be kept up to date and informed. Any network marketing company that's worth anything is constantly evolving. Is constantly increasing in the ways that they do certain things. They're adding new product lines. They're changing their training procedures. They're doing everything they need to constantly evolve. And nobody does that better than My Daily Choice. Matter of fact, just earlier today, our owner, Josh Wagle, came on and showed how that the whole back office is being totally revamped, which is something they did just about, 10 months ago. So again, we're constantly updating, constantly improving. If you don't come on to calls like this, you're going to fall behind. So again, we want to keep you informed. We want to keep you up to date. And with our company, it's like on steroids as far as keeping you up to date. I mean, we're adding new product lines. We're adding new product partners. We're adding new training facilities as far as the people we're bringing on are world class. And that's something we're going to be talking about a little later today. But again, let me just give you the basics here for anybody that's new. Communication is key. The first thing I'm going to give you is my own personal phone number. So if you want to write this down, my phone number is the +1 802 343 9075. That's the +1 802 343 9075. That will get you in contact with me. If you want to call me, you can. If you want to get on WhatsApp with me, Telegram with me, Viber, whatever way you want to reach out to me, you do it using that phone number. Now, if I would suggest you don't just call me because I'm on the go all the time. I'm having meetings constantly. And so if you just call me, I may not be able to pick up. So the best bet is to create a message board with me on Telegram or WhatsApp. and get chatting with me. And if you want to have a personal phone call with me, or you want me to talk to some of your team, just let me know, and we can schedule a time so that when you do call, I can give you my undivided attention. Okay. And so I can give you all the information you need. Okay. So again, that's my phone number. You can also friend me on Facebook. And by doing that, we can talk on Messenger. My Facebook address is dalefranklin.378. dalefranklin.378. Again, I love it if you friended me on Facebook, and then we can, if you want to chat that way or call that way, we can do that. What else? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And this part, guys, is something that you should make sure all your people know about this, because let's get this up here. This website that was created by one of my associates, Barb DeZetis, Barb Jones now, is basically a library for you guys. Okay, I don't suggest that you take people that you've just started talking to and bring them to this, because this is also one of my tools that I use for promoting and prospecting people. But once you have them signed up, you can have them come on here, and there's a tremendous amount of information here that they could learn. Or you could come on here yourself. You're more than welcome to copy anything you see on this website and put it into your own website, or put it into to email it to somebody, whatever you need to do to make this work. Okay. What this is, of course, is a specific website for me. But if people want to know more about who I am, they can go as Who is Dale. If you got people that want to know who the U.S. leader is, that would be me, and they can click here. They get a little bit of information about me and where I come from and what my philosophies are. Then we have the opportunity blog, which is right here, that kind of, you scroll down and kind of keeps you up to date on what's going on, what we have for stuff coming up in the near future. So you have that. Over here, you have products. And like, for instance, for people who are doing the Fuel Factor X, you can come here, and, if you're going to sell Fuel Factor X, or FFX for short, you should have at least a working knowledge of it, or at least know where you can get the information. And by going here to dalefranklin.net/FFX, it'll bring you to this page, and you're going to have the logo. You're going to have several short videos that talk about the product. This little short one right here, 1.5 minutes, that's a peaking video. Let me get one more person coming on here. Let's see. Okay. You got a peaking video that basically just kind of gets people intrigued by what they see, and then the next one over tells a little bit more about the product. You can come down here, and there's a slideshow that you can download that can show people what the product does and how it works and how to use it and what to expect. And then if you go down further here, we get down here to frequently asked questions. We got some video testimonials, including myself here talking to you as an auto service center and tire store. And we talk about why the product works, our experience with it, everything you need to know from there. And then you can come down here further, and you have commercial white papers that have a tremendous amount of information about FFX. You come down here, there's specification tests for the diesel with all kinds of information that people can take off that for the true engineer types, the ones that really want to know the nitty gritty. We have materials safety and data sheets that will tell you how to handle the product, how to store the product, all kinds of things about it. And then further down, you have several tests. These are what they call carbon mass balance tests. These are tests where they test the exhaust coming out of different commercial vehicles, and it tells you how much pollution is being generated, how effective the product is being utilized as far as how well it's being burnt, and everything you would possibly need to know as far as the efficiencies and the scientific data that would that would help people know more about this product. I mean, again, it gets down here, it gets right into some real engineering type information for those who want that. Okay. So that's just for the FFX, because that's one of the primary products in Africa right now. And again, it is a tremendous amount of information here. You don't have to know all this to get things done. In fact, I don't suggest you do, but at least when people ask you questions, you know where you can go to get the answers. Okay, next thing is, which I think is most important, is connections. And guys, this is paramount to your growth. You have got to get people that you've just signed up, get them on here so they can see where their support's going to come from. If you sign people up in this business and then just sit back and go, all right, I just signed up Joseph, and I hope he makes me $1 million, you know, and you just let him go on his own. It's good. He's not going to, unless except for the very rare case, he is not going to succeed. You got to give him the tools. You got to give him the support. You got to give him the emotional strength to do this. And to do that, the best way to do that is when they have enrolled, immediately get them connected through here so that they will know where they can get all the information they need. It's called Connections. You can scroll down. They can sign up from my email list so they can get information from me on my emails. They can sign up for Telegram and get in some of the Telegram groups. They can, if they don't know what Telegram is, or they aren't a member of Telegram, right there, they can come over to the Telegram application, click on there and join. It's free. They come down here afterwards. They can join the Dale Franklin Network Telegram channel so they can listen to what my team is putting in there for information every single day. You're going to get information on what's coming up. You're going to get people talking and asking questions and other people answering the questions. You're going to be able to ask questions yourself. You're going to be able to feel like you are developing a network of people that are going to help you become wealthy to the point that you are looking for. Okay. When I say wealthy, some people want just a few extra bucks a month. Others want to make millions of dollars a year. And that either way is accessible to you depending on how much effort you want to put into it. Okay. So again, there's the Dale Franklin Network channel. What you just click on, you could join that. You got the My Daily Choice, latest news, which is the corporate Telegram channel. So you can get on there and keep following what's going on from the corporate level. You've got the new Fun Chat on Telegram. Fun stands for Freedom Unified Network, which is one of our teams of affiliates. And you can just kind of follow along. You can participate. You can go in there and if you want to, and give a testimonial. You can do whatever you need to do to help yourself, but also help other people that are coming along once you've been in here a while. Same thing with WhatsApp. Africa is a lot of people in Africa, most people in Africa, I guess, have WhatsApp. And if you join there, you're going to be able to go on my Dale's information funnel and keep up to date on what's going on. The MDC Africa 2.0, the special Africa notices. These are all things that are coming either from myself, other leaders in the company, or the corporate information itself. Then Facebook, if you're on Facebook, and most everybody is, you got all the Facebook groups. You got the Fun House of Brands, the Fun Training, which are both part of one of our teams. Then you also have Team We, which Team We is Chris Bailey's team. That's all over the world. Now you'll know Chris Bailey because him and I every Thursday do a complete presentation for you for Fuel Factor X. And so all you really have to do is invite people to that call, let them listen to what we have to say, let us do the heavy lifting for you, and then the people decide whether they want to be a customer, they want to be an affiliate, or maybe it's not something for them. But even those that say that, we train you in such a way so you can ask them for referrals. So you're going to win, no matter what they say. Then we got Win Testimonials and Win Network. Win stands for who is next. That means who is next success in this business. This is a team of Chris Robinson's team. We have a lot of Chris's in this company. Chris Robinson will train. His team does the same thing. He has a huge network that you can connect with and learn from. And the Win Testimonials is a place that you can go and find people that are use the products and are giving you their full spiel on what they think of the product. Okay. So many people use our products and they're so happy with our products, they actually get emotional. And when they're telling their testimonials, some of them, especially the ones that deal with maybe with pain relief or things like that, I've seen them where there's tears running down their face. People believe those kind of testimonials, so use those to your advantage. I'm going to skip by YouTube for a minute. I'm going to come down here to Zoom meetings. If you just follow along with this, you're going to see what you have for different meetings that happen at different times each week. Mondays, we have the Fun Power Push, which is 30 minutes of specific activities to help you succeed faster. 5 minutes building friendships on Facebook, 5 minutes prospecting. There's all these different things that 5 minutes helping or reaching out to people and wishing them a happy birthday if it's their birthday today. You're building that network, that family that you want to work with. Okay, so again, that actually happens 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Standard Time, which would be 6 p.m. Kenyan, 5 p.m. South Africa, and 4 p.m. in Congo and Nigeria. And that happens 3 times a week. It happens Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So it's a great way to kind of force the issue and make you show up for something that's going to make you focus for a half hour on building your business 3 times a week. Then we have at 12 p.m. on Mondays, we have Eastern Standard Time. We have Josh Wagle, our CEO, gives us an update on what's going on. Today, he's talking about the fact that we're totally rebuilding the back office, and it'll be ready here in the next few days, if not sooner. And they're constantly updating. They're constantly creating something better for us. Okay, they're not sitting on their laurels. They're working hard to make everything better every day. And then, of course, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is when this happened. This is Mondays with Dale. Okay, so this happens every Monday. You notice there's the link you can click, the password if you need it. And then for those who want to either stay up really late or get up early in the morning, we have the Freedom Unified Networks Monday onboarding training, which basically teaches you how to use your back office or your website once you join. That's for those in Africa. That is for Kenya, it's like 4 a.m. South Africa, 3 a.m. Congo, Nigeria, 2 a.m. You may not want to stay up that late or get up that early, but we do record these, and then you can request them, and we can get them out to you. So then on Wednesdays, again, the Fun Power Push. Thursdays, as I mentioned earlier, Chris Bailey and myself do a Fuel Factor X presentation for you. All you have to do is invite people to this call. No obligation. Just get them on the call. Let them hear us. It takes us usually about 40 minutes to do the presentation. I spend my time talking about the value of the product, and Chris talks about the value of the business opportunity. So again, it's something that everybody who's been on there says that they get a lot out of it, and it's an easy way for you to build your team. Just invite everybody you know to come on these calls and let us do the work and see what happens. And then again, in the evening on Thursdays, we also have our launch party here in the U.S., and you're more than welcome to come to that. Once again, if you want to stay get up early or stay up late. Let me just shut that down. Sorry, I have to call you back. Okay. Next is Fridays. Friday is, once again, the Fun Power Push, which, as I told you earlier, is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then Saturdays, one Saturday a month, we have what we call our Super Saturday, which is 90 minutes long. And it's basically broken up in little 12 to 15-minute snippets with different leaders giving you their background as far as how they built the business. And we have some phenomenal training on there. We sometimes have people from corporate on there. We sometimes have some of the top leaders in the company that join us. So it's, again, just filled with information. And I've never had anybody come to a Super Saturday and say they weren't happy with what they learned. The last thing, we're going to go back up here to the YouTube. Click on the YouTube. We come here now. We've been doing these Mondays with Dales and these Super Saturdays and all these things for years now. And because of that, we have a tremendous amount of video libraries. If you go to videos, come up here, if you scroll down, you'll see that there's well over 200 different videos. They cover everything you could think of: how to build your business, how to, there's stuff in here on a CashX, on how to do financial stuff like cryptocurrency and Forex and that type of stuff. We've got High Life Travel, which is going to teach you how to save money on your travel if you vacation or on business travel. And then of course we have our everything on FFX. We have training on the comp plan. We have training on basically anything and everything you could think of. And if you want to break it down a little easier for yourself, if you go to playlists, it breaks it down by categories. Okay, we have the training. We have presentations with Spanish subtitles. We have opportunity presentations there. We got comp plan training. We got stuff that was trained by Chris Bailey. We've got people coming in here left and right now. I just keep adding them in. Okay, we also have Swahili subtitles, Ukrainian subtitles, French subtitles, the Super Saturdays, but the one that I'm proudest of is the first one. It's called Starter Set. If you go there, there's 8, right now there's 8 videos there. These 8 videos, if you never heard from me again, if you never had any more conversations with corporate, or never had any other affiliates that helped you, which will never happen, but if it ever did, you could come here and you could build a multi-million-dollar business just by using what you see right here. We have a full opportunity presentation by Chris Bailey. We have one of our presentations that Chris and I did on FFX. We have one for as an intro to CashX. We have another one that Aaron does a great job on introducing everybody to High Life Travel. We have a back office training, which with the new back office coming now, I'm going to have to redo this and update it. And then we have relationship mapping training. If you don't do anything else, you should go in and watch this one. The lady who does this does a phenomenal job. She's teaching you how to build your business using your friends on Facebook. The great thing about it is you create teams that are teams of friends. Okay, so you're working with people you love, respect, and enjoy working with. So again, it creates a stronger support group and just keeps everybody working together with people they know rather than working with complete strangers. And then the last two, the first one, the 7th one is an overview of the compensation plan by Chris Bailey. And the last one is an advanced compensation plan that really gets into the nitty-gritty of how about maximizing your income with the compensation plan and how to make sure all your people on your team are earning everything they possibly can earn. Okay, so we'll get out of this now. So you can see there's a tremendous amount of information there, and very, very few people are taking full advantage of this, but it's there. Use it and give your people every chance to succeed by 1, getting them on Mondays with Dale so that I can show what we just showed you, and then kind of emphasizing the fact that people should go in there and utilize it. And then if in a perfect situation, especially for those of you who are building with, say, FFX, we do the opportunity presentation on Thursday. You bring your guests to that. And then the very next Monday, you bring them to Mondays with Dale, and we set them up for training and support. And then it's just a matter of working with them and helping them grow. So that's that. Let's see, where do I go from there? The next thing I want to do, for those who've been following along and saw the video I put out this last, I think I put it out, I think I actually put it out yesterday, I guess. The things just kind of run together here. We've been so busy. We are going to start a training series with Asia Evans. We call her Z, and she is a trainer with a CashX. Now we got her on here on this call today to kind of reintroduce her. We did a video last week with her, but we're gonna let you spend a little time with her today, and then once we get done this call, immediately after this call, going forward for the foreseeable future, she is going to do a training on a CashX, okay, for you guys. It's already, we've already set it up so that she's going to be doing it on a regular basis, the hour right after my Monday with Dale. She's going to teach you how to make money with a CashX. She specializes in binary options. She's going to show you how to use those. And I'm sure she's going to show you that there's a lot of other leaders there that if you have certain specific things you want to do or to learn, she can set you up so you can do those. So again, for those of you who want to do a CashX, and it's a select group, we're going to be giving you the information. I say we, Z is going to be giving you the information to know what to do and how to succeed at it. Okay, so between what we do on Thursdays, training you on FFX, and what we do with Z on Mondays, you're going to also know a CashX, and we're working on doing something a little more intense on High Life Travel, so that again, you guys can have all the tools you need to succeed. Okay, so let me take a moment. I'm going to introduce Z today to you. She's going to speak for a few minutes. I'm going to have a little bit more real short training thereafter. And then we're going to slide right into her training after that. And I know you're going to see value in it, because if you have any interest at all in a CashX, she is one of the top people in that area. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Like I said, she specializes in binary options. She's the top female at a CashX, top female trainer. She's in the top 5 of all the trainers at a CashX, which is, I believe there's over 25 of them. And these are all world-class trainers. So she's one of the top 5. It tells you how incredible she is. She's educating over 5,000 people currently. She has she's been in network marketing for about 3 years. One of her claims of fame is that she signed up 120 affiliates in 40 days. So for those who are thinking that it can't be done, you want to listen to her very closely, okay? She has created 5- and 6-figure earners from using her CashX models, and she's been very close to creating her first 7-figure earner. Last week, just to give you an idea, last week she had 23 trades. 21 of them were successful, only 2 weren't. So she had a 92% success rate. Now, that's the kind of person I want to work with. You know, and in an industry where, you know, you're considered good if you're winning 58 to 65% of the time. When you got people that are winning more than that, that's really pretty impressive. So Asia, are you on the call?
I am here.
Hi Z, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice to be here with you guys.
Hey, as I said, I can't wait to get this started. Right after this meeting, we'll get right into turning it over to you and let you do some training. But for now, I'd like to just to introduce yourself to these people that we have on here, and tell us a little bit about you. We want to know a little bit about you yourself, your history, your background, how you got to be where you are today.
Awesome. So how's everybody doing? If you guys can see my face and hear my voice, can you drop a 7 in the chat for me? I like it to be like a little interactive for everyone. And everything. Okay, I'm starting to see some 7s. Amazing. So who am I? My name is Asia. I do go by Z. I am 29 years old. I actually be 30 in 30 days. That's crazy. The 30 for 30, right? But I been trading for a better part since 2020. Actually, a little bit right before June. So as of May of 2020, I started my trading journey there. I started it. My god brother introduced me into this platform, and he introduced me into what is now binary options that we talk about, and it took off from there. But a little bit more about me before the trading journey. I'm an only child. I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, and I went to college. I played basketball. Basketball was my sport. If you would have told me, if you would have asked me at the age of 10 what I would have been doing, I would have told you I would have either been playing in the WNBA or I would have been working for the WNBA, right? Either way, it was everything around basketball. Like that was my passion. It's still something that I like to do. It's still something that I like to see and watch and have fun in, but that was my passion. I went to school for sport management. So I graduated with a sport management degree, and then I went into the corporate world with sales, right? I went into the corporate world with sales, and guess what? Right, sports marketing. So everything revolved around sports, but economically, it did not pan out. I was making literally $10.25 an hour, and in America, here, that is to the tune of maybe $400 to $500. But with our rent, right, the rent ratio, it just did not equate, right? $10 an hour to a $1,200 apartment is not something that is sustainable, plus gas, plus everything else. So the cost of living to what I was doing was just astronomically incorrect, right? I worked 3 jobs from time to time. So I would go to work from 8 to 3:30, get off of work. I would be a taxi from 5 to 11, and then from 11:30 to 5:30 in the morning, I would be working in a factory. So that was how I like maintained a living, right? I was really tired. There was only times that I had like one day off. I would like have these dangerous moments where I was like falling asleep at the wheel, but I knew something had to give, right? I was just working, but I was working to make ends meet. I was working and I was stressing because it was like you work so hard. And I don't know if you guys ever had that, like you work so hard, right? And you just know, like I'm working, I'm putting in the effort, I'm doing what I'm doing, but there's nothing to show for it. There's nothing to do because by the time you wake up, you got to do it all over again, right? So I knew something had to give. And in 2018, more like 2019 is when I read a book and it was called The 4-Hour Work Week, and it kind of changed my mental. It kind of showed me that you do not have to work this hard to still be able to live, right? I wanted to work to live, not live to work. And that was the ability that happened. But I didn't know which route to take, right? I didn't know how I was going to achieve that type of thing. So I kept working. And then what happened, my godbrother showed me a trading screen to the tune of $900, right? Mind you, I know how to make money, but it was the ease of how he made money. And it was the way that he didn't have to physically exalt himself over and over again with making this money that intrigued me. And so in 2020, that's when I started my journey into not only trading, but into network marketing. My first big break into it is when I was still working, and on my lunch break, I started trading. And on my lunch break, I made $200, right? I made $200, and that literally like blew my mind because I then calculated how long it would take me to make the same $200 that I made in 10 minutes and my work, and it would have took me 3 days to make that amount of money. So I started to take it a little bit more seriously, right? A little bit more seriously. The next thing you know, I had a withdrawal of $13,000. The next thing you know, I had a month of another $10,000. And then it just kind of grew from there. And then I became a 6-figure earner as of last year in this space and realm. And what it gave me was the opportunity to now teach others, right? You reach one, you teach one. So I started teaching others, and I started teaching others at the same time as I was doing my journey. So I have a question here. How did I manage to be successful? At 3, I'm going to show you guys how that comes to be about. right? How I come to even be sitting here with you guys and to be a top 5 person. Never would I have dreamed, like I said, if you would have asked me, it would have been in basketball. Even when I started trading, if you would have asked me if I would have been an educator, I didn't see that for myself, right? Until I needed to see it for myself. And so now, fast forward to now, I'm 29 years young, so spent my 20s really just finding myself, seeing what I wanted to do in life, seeing where the path was going to take me, to where once again, I work and I live, right? I don't live to work. Literally, I can wake up in the morning, do whatever I want to do, and then I just book the times that I want to book to do, the jobs that I want to do. So that is the beauty of what I do now. And I know at 3 o'clock, we'll start to get a little bit more into the vehicle that allowed me to sit here in front of you guys today, how to manage that vehicle to make it better for yourself, and then be able to ask questions. My personality will come out a lot more, right? That's just like my little elevator moment, as if you will, right? To just show you, like, I'm just an ordinary girl who literally took a chance on herself and buckled down and believed, and now I'm here to spread that to you all as well.
I have to unmute myself. I was afraid I was giving you feedback. Thank you. That was great. I think many of us try to find ourselves in our 20s and find out what we're doing. I know I did. And I look at your teenage years as the fun years. The 20s is a time to find yourself. And the 30s is when you found yourself and your overall success starts to explode. And so you must be excited about the coming decade. There's no doubt about that.
Oh man, I think I'm embracing my 30s in a way that I never embraced my 20s.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be. And so I thank you for that. I thank you for giving us a little bit of history. I think when people are learning from people, they should know a little bit about the human side, the personal side. And I thank you for giving us that. At this point in time, I'm going to take about 10 minutes. I'm going to give a little bit of training, and then we're going to transition into your training. Okay?
Yeah, you do your thing. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Super excited to talk to you guys.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Okay, guys. As you can see, we have a good trainer. She's putting her own money where her mouth is. If I'm going to invest in a new type of technology, a new training facility to make me money, I feel much more comfortable working with somebody who is putting their own money at risk at the same time I'm putting my money at risk. When you hear of a lot of these things that are going on in different parts of the world, including Africa, where people are telling you to they don't use their own money. They suggest you give them your money so that they can invest it for you or whatever. Let's put this where it belongs. Most of those are scams. If they're asking you for money and they get a percentage of that money for doing whatever they're doing, that's a scam. Okay. The only thing we charge here in AkashX is for your education. Okay. And she is one of your professors, let's call her. And she's going to teach you, and she's going to put her own money down the same time you are, so you can feel comfortable that, hey, she's going to try to protect her own money. So while she's protecting hers, she'll protect mine. So if you are interested in AkashX, that's going to be very exciting. And she'll be coming on here in just about another 10 minutes or so to give us a good training on that. In the meantime, though, I wanted to take a little minute. We're 5 days into June, and June and July are big months for network marketing around the world. And I want everybody to be on the right page for getting ready for this. I've done a lot of trainings over the years, and I went back through and I wanted to come up with something that would explain the way I feel you need to do this business to succeed from the beginning. And I found an old a training thing that I did a couple years back that I thought would really kind of explain everything to you. And it was based off of something that actually happened. I'm not going to give their real names, but I'm going to be talking about two gentlemen who joined my team at about the same time. And I want you to forgive me for looking down, but there's a lot of information here, and I want to just read it real quick so that you will see what happens. And I think each one of you will see something inside of you that equates with what I'm about to say, okay? And you'll see some of your teammates, okay? So let's say I had two guys, their names were Bob and George. They both joined about the same time. This really actually happened, okay? Now, Bob was a real find. He did exactly what we told him to do. He made a list, okay? He emailed at least 10 people from that list using his capture pages every single day, okay? When I talk about capture pages, I'm talking about the capture pages in your back office of your website, okay? That's why you want to stay active in this business, so you have access to your website and you can use the tools that you're given. So he was doing at least 10 from that list and using the capture pages every single day. He was following up the people he wrote to yesterday or sent stuff to yesterday. He'd follow up today. Okay. He would talk to them. He would quantify them. If they were if they had the entrepreneurial spirit and they were wanting to know more, he went further with them. If they were obviously saying, yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's nothing for me, he let them go. Okay. You don't want to try to talk. I mean, it's important to make sure people get all the information before they make a decision. But if people are negative right out of the gate, then you don't need that negativity in your life. So sometimes you have to just let them go. The whole idea in this business is sorting. The more people you sort, the fastest, the better you're going to do. So Bob followed up and quantified his people. He scheduled some for presentations, and when I say schedule them for presentations, he reached out and worked with his uplines. Okay, he edified his uplines and then turn his prospects over to his uplines. In the ideal situation, I do is you introduce me with to your prospect through WhatsApp. I get to know him a little bit better, and then eventually we either have a phone call or a Zoom call, and that's when I finally answer all the last of their questions. And with any luck, I help close them for you. So that's what he was doing. He was working with his upline leaders. He got some no's, but he also got a few yeses. Okay, so he started a team and started creating a customer base, because some of the people that saw what we had to offer didn't want to be affiliates, but they did want to try the products. He started earning money. He's selling product. He's making money. He starts helping his team duplicate his success. He learns as he goes. Okay, this is important. He learns as he goes. He's working his business, but while he's doing that, he learned about the back office. He learned from his uplines. He joined the message board groups. He joined the Zoom calls. He did all the things that I just got done talking about so that he was connected and had support. That's what he did. This is all the stuff he did in his first month. George was a different type of guy, okay? He watched all the videos. He read everything about products that he could find, everything he could find about the business. He was determined to be an expert. He was not going to talk to anybody. He was not going to do anything that we suggested he did until he knew everything there was to know about network marketing, about our products, and everything that he could know, okay? He by the end of the month, he hasn't connected with the groups yet because he doesn't want to look stupid, and he didn't really think it was all that important for him to have a support group. He was a strong-minded person, and he could do this on his own. He didn't need any help. This was his baby. He was a super salesman, and he didn't need anybody to help him. I used to try to call him. He didn't answer return my calls. when he did answer him, he just said, I haven't got time to talk to you right now. I'm too busy learning. So that's what the both of them did the first month. Second month, Bob duplicated what he did in month one. He's teaching his team to do the same thing or connecting them with leaders for help. He's making money. He is evidence that this works. He's been making money since the first month. His team sees he's making money. That creates an evidence that it works, and now they believe, and they're doing the same thing. His team starts making money. His customers start giving him product feedbacks and talking about how great the product is, and he can use those feedbacks, those product testimonials, to tell other people about it, and that basically increases his sales. The momentum is growing, his knowledge is increasing, and he is very, very positive. Second month for George. George is still preparing to get started. He built a 4-inch binder. I kid you not, he had a 4-inch binder he created with all the information he had printed out on everything about the business, about the products. He had everything placed in plastic page protectors. This thing was gorgeous. But he hadn't made a dime yet. He's still putting stuff together. He had a table of contents. He had multiple fonts as far as the printing. He had tabs to be able to go through his book and see where everything was. I mean, again, it was beautifully laid out. He did a phenomenal job, but by the end of the month 4, he has not spoken to a single person about this business, and he hasn't made a dime. Okay, month 3. I know you guys are seeing where this is going. Month 3. Bob's team is in full momentum, and his business is surging. He exudes confidence because he's making more money than he ever thought he could make. He's reaching bigger and bigger ranks. He's making more and more money. His team is producing new leaders and ranks themselves, and they're earning more and more money. So they're excited, and they're duplicating for their teams exactly what he duplicated to them. They're exuding confidence, and they are excited. This team was flying, okay? The team is like a family. Everyone's helping each other. The future is exciting and bright. You've got a group of people that are making money and are excited, and because they're excited, because they're making money, they become a tight-knit group. Everybody's helping everybody else, and everybody succeeds. Month 3 for George. George finally decides he's ready to get started. This is after 2 months of doing all this stuff. He has been in the business 2 months and hasn't made a thing, but he knows a lot. He makes his first 5 calls without using capture pages. He doesn't need those capture pages. He is a super salesman. He has prepared everything. He knows everything. He's just going to do it on his own. He doesn't need my help. He doesn't need anybody else's help. He goes on his own. He tries to close himself, okay? Instead of having somebody, one of the uplines, help him close his sales, he knows he's better than they are, and he's going to close them himself. The first 5 people he talks to all said no. He's devastated. How can this be? I have done everything to know everything I could possibly know about this business. He decides the business doesn't work. After 5, I swear to God this happened, after 5 people, after him putting in 2 months of work getting ready, he talked to 5 people. And when they said no, he quit. He says his business doesn't work. He says network marketing does not work. He says it was a waste of his time. Now, the funny thing about this is when we did this, I asked both of them to give me their first 10 names of who they were going to call. The day that they became affiliates, I asked them to each give me 10 names of people they were going to talk to first. I took the extra 5 names that he didn't use when he quit, and I called them for Bob, and then had Bob take over. Bob signed 3 out of those 5, and 1 went on to be a really, really successful networker. Can you see where I'm getting with this? Okay, we know what works. We know how to do this. We know how to create support. We know how to build momentum in teams. I don't care what your background is in business. I don't care what your background is in sales. If you truly want to succeed at this business, listen to people who've been in it and succeeded already. Be prepared to do things maybe a little different from the way you would normally do it, and you will have much more success. Now, that doesn't mean that once in a great while somebody does everything their own way and they succeed, but the chances of success are diminished greatly by not listening to your leaders, not letting your leaders help you, and not getting connected with the overall support group that you need to join. If George had done a few of the things that I asked him to do, as far as coming on these calls on Monday, learning from his uplines and letting his uplines help him with closings and stuff like that, he would have succeeded. I have no doubt whatsoever. But now he's one of those guys that's out there in the world that we all know that says, oh, I was in network marketing once, and it doesn't work. It's a scam. It doesn't make it. Okay. The bottom line is he didn't do it the right way, and it cost him. So let me just mute this one out here real quick. So anyway, it's coming up on the 3 o'clock, so we're going to have Asia come back on here. But I want you guys to realize that you don't need to be the best. You just need to get busy and get started. Ask yourself each day if what you are doing or what you did yesterday will generate wealth for you or your team. If all you're doing is busy work and not doing income earning work, then you're basically, what you're doing is you're subconsciously sabotaging yourself, because you're equating busy work with success, which is more of an employee mentality. Okay, if you want to be a true businessman or lady, you want to know that when you question yourself each day, that you can answer yourself that, yes, I worked on income producing activities. I reached out to a bunch of people. I made friends with a bunch of new people. I connected with my upline and turned some of my prospects over to them so that they could help me close. I went to some of the calls that my uplines are producing, so that I could learn what works best for them, and use as much of their information as possible that fits within my personality and my comfort zone, but also be willing to step outside of your comfort zone if what you're doing is not working. So I hope this all makes sense to you, but this is a training I did quite a while ago, and I got a lot of good response from it, because we've all either done what Bob did, done what George did, or we have people on our team that are exactly like Bob or George. Probably more Georges than Bobs, the ones that just try to give themselves busy work rather than having sorry, got a couple more people coming on. Busy work rather than income producing work. So keep that in mind. June is going to be a huge month for the African market. We have momentum on our side. We have incredible amount of what I'll call large network marketers that are coming on board. And those of you who are already in the business, already in the binary tree, are going to benefit by being where you are, as we add more and more top leaders to our team.